Welcome back to my AstroloTea party, my loves, where we shed some queer spirit AstroloTea on all you little cups. So cheers. How are you doing? How is January going for you? This video is dedicated to January 20th, which is our first quarter moon. From now on, these horoscopes will be surrounding the lunar cycles, which I believe they already were, but now it's become more of a prevalent practice for me. So, and if you would like to have a more intimate circle space, feel free to check out the link in the description where we have our private AstroloTea party. And currently there is a free trial going on, but after my solar return, January 30th, it will be 99 cents a month subscription fee to peruse all of the good stuff that I'm sharing on there and to have a safe space for you to explore celestial wisdom. So I hope you'll join me. Thank you for being here, and let's dive right into it. Good news, fantastic news actually, for those of you who perhaps have any sort of divine masculine wounds, or just the wounded masculine in general, as well as wounded feminine, because I feel like this energy is very much bolstering the divine masculine sense. What do I mean by that? When I speak in terms of divine polarities or divine genders, I'm not speaking about, who wears the pants in the relationship or that kind of thing. I'm speaking directly to the energy, the feeling of it, the feeling of fluidity that we often shift between. And each of us has a yin and a yang to us, and the beautiful, juicy in between where I love to exist. I mentioned divine masculine because we have a stellium, which is 3 or more planets or celestial bodies sort of just hugging themselves close, cuddling up in one sign or one area of a chart. So we have our Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter conjuncting, coming together in this little cuddle, this little intellectual cuddle fest in Aquarius. And as I said last week, there's this sense of the collective and the individual coming together, this group healing, this transformation, as well as shedding old paradigms so that we can transform and heal and create something new from the ashes. It's strangely a very phoenix concept, but not a lot of fire energy pronouncing itself directly. So we're sort of learning how to alchemize through different elements, through different forms, which can feel a little uncomfortable at first, can feel a little strange, but I believe and I have faith that we will all get used to it, especially with Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter working together in this way. Our Sun is shedding light on any of these paradigms, coming to any sort of conclusions, if you will, although it's mostly about the journey, right? Not necessarily the goal. So you're being bolstered by this very divine paternal essence. So even if you feel like you don't have that in your physical world, know that in the celestial realms, you are basically being bear hugged by the daddy of all planets or celestial bodies, because both Saturn and our Sun are sort of these fatherly archetypes. So yeah, enjoy that vibe, as well as we're coming into a place where Mars is conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. So this adds a little more fluidity to it. So anywhere where there's structure and there's stability, there's this vibe of the brain loves structure. The brain loves regimented scheduling and that kind of thing, right? Habits. We are creatures of habit. It is in our nature. Sip some tea to that. But the mind, or perhaps the soul, the higher realms of consciousness, love to wander. So the brain loves structure, but the mind loves to wander. And in this way, we moved through Sagittarius season, learning that hardcore. And so now as we enter in a place where Mars and Uranus in Taurus are coming together, there's this sense of settling down into this new paradigm, settling into a new sense of who you are. And this doesn't mean that you necessarily have to change, or to force rather, because change is inevitable, right? But to just be, to be present. Taurus just wants you to be present. And Uranus and Taurus wants you to fully accept who you are right now. It's the all-present, ever-powerful now. So see if you can ground yourself. See if you can ground all of these very transformative ideas about the outer and internal patriarchy, and see if you can ground those in your physical self-care routines, in how you eat perhaps, how you organize your sacred space physically, and really ground those more philosophical and collective intentions into a very physical realm, because this opportunity to do so is going to bolster all of your manifestation, all of your motivation. So if you've been lacking in that department, don't worry. You are being bolstered, you are being supported by celestial energies now and always. Lastly, to add even more fluidity to the pile, we have we have Mercury in Aquarius in this sort of semi-sextile energy to Neptune in Pisces. Neptune has been in Pisces, her home sign, for a while now, and will continue to do so, sort of playing around in the dream space. So if any of you like to do dream work, it is highly recommended that you do it now. And if in the past year or more, or maybe so, you've been having strange dreams of that nature, perhaps Neptune is calling you to pay attention to your subconscious, is calling you to work on your dreams. And we have lots of other videos and things here at LifeGrove that will likely be discussing that, as well as the circle that I mentioned below in the link. So I'm not going to go on a huge rant about that, but the point is there is sort of this flirtation going on between your conscious mind, which is Mercury, and the subconscious, which is Neptune. And this is happening both, again, in the collective and in the internal experience. So there's this sense of communicating in a more humanitarian way, in a more benevolent way, perhaps, a way that allows you to bring together groups of people, but also bring together ideas, I think, more than people, just to bring together ideas in your own mind so that you can come to a conclusion. I know last year, and not even necessarily a conclusion, but some sort of integration or an alchemization, right? A transmutation. I know last year for me it was very, very difficult, and I felt very polarized between two sides. I had one, side in one ear and one in the other, and it was hard for me to integrate. And LifeGrove, as well as many other channels such as Spirit Science, really helped me to integrate that. But in the end, it was me. It was my conscious and my subconscious mind deciding, hey, we're going to open dialogue, safe space, non-judgment inside. And I started noticing that being reflected outside, so that when different ideas did come together in my external world, it felt safer, it felt more grounded, it felt more peaceful. And so I invite you to do the same with love and reverence for yourself and your spirit, which are essentially one, and just know that you are being supported, you are loved because you are made of love. And I'm so grateful that you were born. I'm so grateful that you're here with us. Again, if you're looking for a safe online space where you can explore the many fluid facets of the cosmos within your own being, please join us on my circle on LifeGrove. I would love to have you. We would all love to have you. Cheers to you, my friend, and I will see you very soon.